Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. This one is going to be covering literally everything that is inside the new update that is just released, and there is actually quite a lot. This is honestly one of probably the best, or not best, but you know, one of the better updates, honestly, recently. I enjoy it quite a lot. And yeah, so starting off immediately, you might see that this is in fact the new map. It is called Hideaway Hive. It is the revamp to Honeycomb Heist, and you can no longer play Honeycomb Heist anymore, unfortunately. There were compensation things for, you know, beating Honeycomb Heist before, which is covered in the skin section of this video, so if you want to watch that, there's a new skin for the new hero. Because, actually, first, let's just look at the map beforehand. So in case you do not know, this is the map right here. As you can see, it looks very cool. The enemies come out of right here and over here, right there as well. This is what it looks like from a top view. As you can see, there's kind of, it's a little confusing, but it's actually a pretty easy map, honestly. Not easy necessarily, but you know, it's easier than some of the more recent maps. There are some Easter eggs in this, like for example, right here, there's a literal Easter egg. I mean, literally, right there. And there's also one more Easter egg, where over here, there's a little pinata in this hive. Not in this hive though, which makes it pretty much unplayable, basically. But yeah, so that is the new map. Along with that, this is also one of the only maps in the game to have unique dialogue now. So like Chef and Wizard are now actually going to be talking to you mid-round. They also add this to Castletown as well. And I'm going to assume that they're probably going to add this to more maps in the future, you know. But yeah, so in case you actually play the map, you'll see that, like, new dialogue. Now, for beating hard mode on this map, you can buy Buzzer, the new hero, for 100 coins in the shop. Of course, he's locked before you beat it on hard mode. Here he is. And yeah, off the bat, he looks just like a Beetrice revamp. Let's actually put him over here so you can see him against some enemies. As you can see, here's level 1 design. I'll probably go more in-depth to this in the skin section, where you can see all the skins for him, as all Beetrice skins have been revamped for him specifically. Or it's actually her, I don't know. Buzzard, it's a bee, who cares? So yeah, basically just like Beatrice used to, this spawns this spawns bees that attack them, then they lose health, and of course, you know, they die. Until, oh, actually, here's level 2 first, as you can see. Yeah, there's nothing too much, there's nothing too crazy about it. Of course, the bees change with each upgrade. Right now, he looks like this, you know, bee limit 3, damage 12, health 6. Until level 3, where this interesting mechanic comes in, called Boom. Now, you can, it's a pretty funny name, honestly, but basically, let's just spawn a bunch of bees so you can kind of, how much health do they have? There you go, it exploded. Basically, it's like a kind of like area damage thing, where basically whenever they die, they now will deal 60 damage on death, and like an exploding way, right? I think you probably get that, but yeah, that's basically all that means. And here's how he looks like for level 3. Level 4, he looks like this. His bees now this like cool aura around them, and they do the exact same thing, except it's 100 damage and the bee limit of 6. So yeah, Buzzer's actually really good, or not really, really good, but you know, she's very viable, honestly. For if you ever want a good summoner. This update really buffed summoners, by the way. You can see that in the balance change section of this video. And then here's level 5. Now this is the interesting part here, okay? Let's look at all the slimes. Yeah. Anyways, look at, okay, so basically it's the exact same. It's exactly what you would expect. However, this ability, it's interesting, let's just say. So existing summons will explode on death. You might say, oh well, isn't that normal? Don't the bees always explode on death? The thing is that this is for every single summoner. So let's say that we put in a, I don't know, let's put in a cart kid, if I can find him. Oh, Slunking will work too. Oh, got rid of the, there we go. Now let's put in the cart kid as well. Oh my, there we go. Alright, so now all the summoners are down, but now we just gotta wait for his ability, because yes, this is literally every summoner. Let's also, nah, I don't want to risk it, but yeah, this is literally every single summon in the entire thing. And yes, by the way, Slime King and Card Kid both got buffed. You can see that in the balance change section again. Anyways, I'm just going to speed this up so we can wait for this to end. Alright, that is done. So now we can summon the king. Let's see where he goes. Okay, he's going down there. So basically when it's saying, okay, so what does this actually do, right? So when the summoner dies, the explosion, it deals as much damage as the health of the summon. Meaning that when this Slime King dies, it will deal an extra 7,000 health. If a summon is below 10 health, or sorry, 100 health, by the way. So like, let's say like it's a level 1 card kid that only has what 30 health, it will deal 100 damage on death. That is like the bare minimum that a summoner can do. And yeah, this is very broken because this stacks, by the way, and the price is not increased. So, and you get 2 buzzers, by the way. It's an infinite. There's a 2 limit for buzzers. And in a game, right, let's say that you have 2 people, and both of you have buzzers. That means you're gonna have 4 of these guys, meaning that this one Slime King will deal, his 7,000 normal health and 28,000 more, because of course 7,000 times 4. So yeah, it's a little broken. Now I get it is 15,000, which is a lot. Oh yeah, and on this new map you also can't mana share as well, so that's nice. But yeah, this is I hate to say, but this is quite broken. I'm not gonna lie. So let's summon a test brawler. Let's hope he goes on the side. He went on the side. Oh my god, it's like fate. And now let's put on the ability. So now everything now deals that. So now this will deal 28,000 damage. Just like that. Look at that. It dropped. That is insane. Like, that is actually just wild. I cannot lie. Oh, and keep in mind that Discount Dog also got a balance change. Now his ability makes you place more than one summon. You can see that more in the balance change section of this video, of course. But meaning that you could technically have 6 of these with 2 people. Meaning that it's gonna deal, quick math, 42,000 extra damage. With one Slime King ability. This, keep in mind, this happens to every single summon. If you also have a Balloon Pal ability, it's going to do that to everything. This is such a good ability, honestly. It is really, really good. And I cannot believe it's that good, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, there's a new Buzzer hero. He costs 430 to place down. And, yep, there's that. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the skin showcase for the skin rewards. So right here, we're going to do it on this map right here. So to begin, we will begin with the Volt skin, aka Hive Volt, which is for easy mode. This is the level 1 right here. As you can see, he spins around. And N4 is like like attack animation. I mean, does Volt really have an animation per se? I don't know. However you consider it to be. As you can see, it's nothing different really. Then level 2, there's nothing much else different. Again, just kind of it's what you would expect from a Hive Volt skin. I mean, little little just yeah. I mean, I don't really know. You can probably imagine this. Level 3, he honey jar below him. That's about it. Nothing too crazy, but I mean it is an easy reward skin. Keep that in mind. So, of course, it's not going to be, like, anything too wild. Level 4, there's now a 4th one of these guys, And then, of course, nothing's different with the attack animation. It's all, like, the same. Level 5, as you can see, he turns into this. I mean, it's very check. There's 5 of them now. And he sits on this little hive with a little flower on it. The Volt point looks like that, as you can see. It's like it looks actually kind of cool. I like it a lot. It's like a kind of interesting design there. There's no face on it or anything, so yeah. So that's the easier mode reward for this map. Now, moving on to the next skin, which is the medium reward for this map, which is the bear skin for Beebo. As you can see, he is a bear. I know, it's very insane. This is just level 1 skin, as you can see. There's nothing too much about it. As for his attack animation, let's put them down right here. spawn a, I don't know, I guess slime would work probably, just as a test. Okay, the other, okay, I'm gonna want to need, have they all went on the other side, please. There we go, as you can see. He actually, yeah, I mean, you can kind of just what you expect, you know. He throws a, because you know how normally throws an ice cream, this time he throws like a little thing of honey. Level 2, he's riding on a, I don't know, another, what even is that, like a honeycomb or something, another hive. And you can pretty much imagine, basically all of them are just him, yeah, all of them are just him throwing more honey. Nothing really too much there. Level 3 is he's riding a bee. This is pretty, I like this a lot, honestly, this is very cool. As you can see, he's very happy about this. Level 4, he is riding this, like, I don't know, other bee. I think it's actual enemies in the game. I do not know the names of them, as they all look very similar to each other. Alright, and then for level 5, as you can see, he gets on this really big bee. I mean, yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's not much else to it. But, yeah, I think it's a pretty cool skin, honestly. It's pretty good. This is definitely one of the best Beebo skins, I would say. But, you know, because the map rewards from Knives Resort are, let's be really, not that good. So this is a pretty good alternative. And, yeah, so that is the medium mode reward. And now, as you know, of course, the hard mode reward is, of course, the buzzer. Now, I'm sure you probably already know what this looks like, but just in case you don't know somehow what it looks like, there's still Volt's still there. This is level 1. You know, he summons bees. That's just what he looks like from around. I'm not gonna go too in depth here because you've probably seen this already. As you can see, he looks kind of cool there. He's carrying this like thing. I don't know. Oh, I mean the bees also are not that, you know, interesting. If I can click on one, as you can see, it's just kind of what you'd expect. Level 3, he's carrying this like thing here. It looks cool on his head. Level 4, he gets this like more interesting design, kind of. It's not like what you would expect this to go, but it looks cool, honestly. I like it a lot. Like this, like there's like a cloak he has. The hive kind of becomes his head. Of course, you know, nothing. I mean, not the bees have these little like black kind of like aura around them, kind of. I don't really know what else to call it, really. And then level 5, of course, is the Hollow Knight, otherwise known as Buzzer level 5. He looks very cool. I'm like, it's a really interesting way that they took this design. I wouldn't expect it to be like this, but it actually looks really cool. So yeah, I mean, there's that, and then the new bees are kind of just the same, except, you know, just slightly different. All right, and so now for our next skin here. For Buzzer, we have the Frozen Bee. Now, of course, this used to be for Beetrice, but it got revamped. Pretty cool. Right here, as you can see, it's like different. Now, all the bees, I think, the bees are probably the most interesting part of the skin, as they are just squares, and I think that's really cool. I don't know, it looks kind of funny. And now, for the next upgrade, you upgraded it twice. How did you mess it up? Okay. All right, there we go. All right, now for level 2, Frozen Bee skin. Buzzer now has a Santa hat on. It looks pretty cool. I like how he has like a ice cube strapped to the back of him, when he used to be just like a hive on the other skin. Or sorry, the original skin. The bees haven't changed much. They are still squares. I don't know why. I like them being square more like them being an actual bee. I think it just looks kind of funny. Also, it kind of reminds me of Bee Swarm Simulator, so maybe that's why as well. But yeah, overall, not too much from there. And then for the next upgrade, I like this one a lot. I think, honestly, this one might be my favorite level of the Frozen Bee. It just looks kind of funny how he does not want this. He is only living a life of pain and nothing else. As you can see, he has an ice cube on his head, and he's very sad about it. His wings have now been frozen. And then the bees, of course, have not changed that much. And then for level 4, as you can see, instead of having another hive on his head, he now has an ice cube. The little eye holes are now carved out. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing much else. It's kind of, you know, what you would expect from a Frozen Bee. I mean, yeah, I don't know how to commentate this. It's just kind of what you would expect. Now the bees do still have that kind of black aura around them, even though they are frozen or whatever, but, you know, I mean, there's that. And then for our next level, Level 5, the final level, he kind of, he looks really cool, honestly. I like this a lot. He kind of, like, it looks interesting. I don't know really how to describe it. His mask turns to ice. His eyes are, instead of being, like, circles or whatever, like, or whatever kind of shape they were before, they're now, like, these diamond shapes. It honestly looks really cool. I like that. I like that little detail a lot. And the new bees are basically exactly the same. I mean, they're not that different, honestly. I mean, they're still rectangles with diamonds for, you know, eyes. So, yeah, there's that. And just to add on, by the way, in case you did not know, this skin is gotten from the Brick Crate as a legendary skin. And thank you to Dano for, oh, I'm going to not have to leave again, although I'm going to have to leave for the next skin coming up, which is the Royal Bee skin, which you can actually not get, unfortunately, if you were a new gen player and did not play Honeycomb Heist beforehand. It's simply just a compensation reward for, you know, getting all the rewards for the original Honeycomb Heist map. And honestly, it is such a good skin. Alright, so now this is the skin that you get that I was talking about, you know, right a couple seconds ago, is the Royal Bee skin. You get it for just beating Honeycomb Heist, by the way, you know, before the revamp, for compensation. And it is an incredible, incredible skin. Starting off with level 1 here, it's actually called Breezy, and you can also see that, of course, it has a new icon in the, you know, original bee skin, or bee, whatever. So, the bees are, in fact, different, as you can see there, like, kind of, if I can click on them, there we go, it has this, like, purplish red kind of look. I don't know what the right terminology for this is. I don't know color theory. But yeah, as you can see, all of this is kind of what would you expect? Crimson. Yeah, that works. Now the thing inside, this is just a Hollow Knight reference in case you don't know, by the way. It's not, but you know, it looks like it, and that's all that matters. Level 2, it's just a really cool design. I like it a lot. Just this is such a cool level 2 design. Like what other hero has such a nice level 2 design? So yeah, there's this. It kind of looks like a royal bee kind of look already. The bees are, of course, not really that changed. For basically all the skins, the bees are not changed at all. Level 3, you know, instead of looking like that, I think it's probably a girl, I would assume. Yeah, so, I mean, it says queen, so yeah. So she has this, like, new crown thing on, you know, new horns. That's about it. You know, nothing too crazy, but it looks really nice. Level 4, it looks a little bit odd, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how the head is, like, red, kind of, like, I don't know, it looks a little weird to me, but everything else about this skin looks really nice. It really makes it look royal, you know. As you can see, all the bees are still kind of not, like not that changed, you know. It's about like the same. And then of course level 5, and of course the best part about the skin, I mean, just look at this. This is absolutely just incredible. I mean, like, it looks so good. And the purple goes so well. I mean, is that purple? It's like a bluish purple. I don't know. We'll call it purple. There's a little gem thing in the middle. I don't know. This honestly was incredible. This is just an incredible skin. I like this a lot. I don't know. And then, of course, the bees are unchanged, of course, as you can see. If I can click on them again, there you go. They are angrier now, though, but that's about it. They also have this, like, little neck thing. I don't know what that's called necessarily. But, yeah, so, yeah, unfortunately, if you want the skin, you aren't going to be able to get it, because, or if you never played Honeycomb Heist before, you didn't beat it before, you aren't going to be able to get it. But, yeah, so there's that skin. And now there's actually one more skin, technically, for Buzzer, which I think is, pretty interesting. Of course, there is also the 100 million skin, but I also do just want to show the Hero Battle skin, just in case you were curious about it, in case what it looked like. So I'm gonna have my helper Dano place it down for me right here. As you can see, the bees are unchanged. They are the exact same as the regular skin. But yeah, I mean, this is level 1. He even has like the little wings there, as you can see. Then as for level 2, there's yeah, I mean, there's you know, there's not much about it. I mean, most hero battle skins are not that interesting, you know. Well, I mean, not necessarily uninteresting, just, you know, there's not much differences between levels, really. Level 3, as you can see, like, the head thing is on there. I mean, there's not much else to really say. You know, it's kind of a shame that the bees are unchanged, though. I really liked if, like, the bees were Robloxified, like they turned to, like, Roblox heads or something. I feel like that would work really well, honestly. But, yeah, that's about it for level 3. As you can see, nothing much to it. It has the cloak, but that's about it. Level 4, I kind of like level 4, I'm not gonna lie. This head thing looks pretty cool for, like, a Roblox character. Yeah, there's a cloak there. There's not much else to it, you know? And then, for level 5, there is this. Now, this is kind of different. I don't know. It's interesting. It might, I don't know. It looks kind of odd to me, but I don't know. Cause it, like, you would not be able to tell me that this is a bee. Then again, you'd probably not be able to tell that level 5 buzzer is normally a bee anyways. But I don't know. It looks kind of cool. The cloak, you know, is there. He's completely, yeah, you know. And he has the mask on that he actually does in-game, which, you know, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. And of course, the bees are, of course, unchanged. So that's all the skins for Buzzer in this update. I'm sure he'll be getting, or she'll be getting more, you know, in a future update or something, but that is all there is for now, including hero battles, you know. But we aren't done yet. In case you were lucky enough to get the actual bee mimic, which, you know, it's all luck-based, they did, in fact, revamp the skin. And I think that the mimic might have gotten a little change. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe, like, the material has changed. I think it's, like, more shiny than usual. But, anyways, right here, here's a level 1. It's very cool, honestly. I like this. I like this a lot more than the original design. It's more of a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, hexagon. Right? Yeah, it is a hexagon. I'm not that dumb. And as you can see, yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. And then, just in case you're curious, the actual stun animation is not that different. It's exactly the same, basically. And now, for the next level, it is not that different. Again, I mean, it's still just a 1, 2, hexagon. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. I like the smooth kind of texture it has going on. I think that's really nice. Yeah, so about that. Nothing else you could really think about from it. And then for the next level, is this. I like how like, you know, how on all the bytes of the new things on the other screens. I like how this just has like a bee icon, you know. As you can see, he's doing the bat face. Truly incredible. Truly a peak skin. You know, of course, nothing else has changed, like the attack animation. It's all just gonna be like the same, you know. As you can see, it's basically just exactly the same. And now for our next level, level 4, aka the ones you're probably going to actually be able to see in game, because anyone only keeps them at either level 4 or level 5. The new thing has now, the other screen has now gotten a face on it. Very cool. The main one is just, he's terrified for some reason. I don't really know why. But yeah, as you can see, instead of being like a charger, just like a wooden block with a bunch of these little shapes on it. And yeah, there's about that. And then for our final level, level 5 of Byte. As you can see, it's probably, of course, like the biggest change, where he has now, of course, 4 extra screens. This one has like a little slime icon, or it might just be honey. This one has a face on it. This one has a face on it. That one has the bee thing from before. And now the actual thing has become a bee face. I don't even know if that is a bee. It's kind of, you know, is it really a bee? I don't know. It kind of looks like the spider face. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's actually going to stun it for me, which is going to make it easier to see. But, like, they all went out over there? That's crazy. There we go. As you can see, it kind of looks more like that for some reason. I don't know why. It just kind of reminds me more of it. But, yeah. So, that is the new Hivebite skin. The little thing in the back is just like this wispy kind of thing. And, so, yeah. That is the new revamp for the Hivebite skin. And one final thing, I swear, the Booker skin, which used to be for Beetrice and Haze, now only works on Haze. So, yeah, that's a little bit upsetting, but, I mean, it makes sense after all. It's a complete revamp to the tower. You know, we haven't got that in, what, like 5 years? So, you know, but, yeah, there's that. Alright, now we get to the actual interesting part of the update. The balance changes. Basically, everything you ever knew about the game turned upside down. So let's begin. Bunny got a insane buff. Bunny is now completely meta, like genuinely insane. So I'm in sandbox mode, so it's infinite, limit. But normally you can get up to 8 bunnies. Now, just base Bunny got a buff already. Okay, so at level 2, Bunny now has a 1.4 second rate instead of a 1.5. And then from level 3, 4, and then for level 3 and 4, it also went from 1.5 to 1.3. Yes, it might went from 1.4 to 1.3. Then level 5 also got a little bit of a rate buff as well. But now the real thing that really made this insane was that originally Bunny's ability used to actually be like nerfed, kind of. It used to decrease the DPS that Bunny would do, but now it does not do that, and in fact does buff it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's max all them out. And now Bunny actually does deal. How is there only 7? Am I going? That is it. That is 8. What? What? Okay, now it's 8. Okay, sure. So yeah. Now Bunny actually gets an insane buff from the ability. So now it's very much worth it. And Bunny has become an actual meta tower now. So yeah, be sure to be using Bunny more often, I guess. For the next balance change, and this one might honestly be the biggest one in the entire update, but that's all, of course, debatable, is the discount dog buff. Of course, what they have done is they have brought back the thing. I can't say ability because it's based on the ability. That discount dog's ability now lets you place an extra summoner. This, of course, with the new buzzer hero, who is insanely broken with their ability, is a great combo. And of course, just in general, being able to use another summoner now is very laggy, but of course, gets the job done. And this actually used to be a thing that discount dog used to do, but then they brought it. Sorry, then they took it away, and now they're bringing it back. Now for our next balance change, Fracture got a buff, which, let's be honest here, was very needed. Fracture's been way too bad. Yeah, just bad. And even then, with the new buff, it's not that much. All they have done really is just increase the range that Fracture has had from all these levels. So now, as you can see, he has way more range than he did before. Well, not way more, but, a pretty good amount. So for level 3, specifically, he went from 9 to 10. Then for level 4, he went from 11 to 13. And then for level 5, he went from 12 to 14. So, a pretty good buff, I would say, but I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be in the meta still, really. I think they probably need to buff him a little bit more. Maybe give him, like, a little bit faster rate. Or maybe make his actual size that he takes up smaller. Not, like, as much as, like, a regular hero, like Discount Dog or something, but maybe just smaller than what he normally is. Like, slightly smaller, and maybe that make him a little bit easier to use. Because I think that's probably a big reason as to why they are not... Or, sorry, as to why people are not really using Fracture. So, yeah. Haze now actually got a pretty substantial buff. Now, it is a lot of words. Here it is on the screen right now if you want to actually read it. But basically, just to give you, like, the baseline, Haze has actually, all the rates and stuff for the crows have gone up by a lot. And the health they have has also gone up as well. So, yeah, overall, Haze got a pretty good buff. I think, they did this because, they, of course, reworked Beetrice, who is a rival to Haze, and now they want to make Haze probably more, like, unique, probably, in a way. So, yeah. So now, make sure to be able to just know that Haze is a lot better than he used to be, Next up, and this is a very big buff here. I'm not even joking. Keith is now officially in the meta. He has become incredibly broken. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Well, not incredibly, but he's very, very good now. Basically, the thing that used to happen with him is that, of course, he has the very unique feature of return damage. I'm sorry, I just canceled Keith. Which, in case you didn't know, it used to lose damage on its way back. They removed that. So now, at level 5, normally, I think it was halved. I might be wrong about that. But, so, like, it used to only deal 90 damage. Now he deals 120 in total to each enemy that he hits. And with Spectre, of course, that means 240. So he has gotten an insane buff, honestly. That, like, this is insane. I cannot believe they really brought Keith into the meta somehow. I don't know how they managed to do it. So yeah, basically, just bottom line, his return damage has now just completely changed to now where he just basically just deals double damage now. Alright, for our next batch of balance changes, we have Cart Kid, who got we have Cart Kid, who got a pretty good health increase on all of his levels from 2 to 5. As you can see, his level 2 health is now 120. Next one's 365, next one's 525, the next one's 631. Well, this is randomized, of course. It's 600 and 350 and all that, so just go around like around this number. So basically, Card Kid is now even more good than he was before. Of course, I love Card Kid so much. He's such a good tower. Probably my favorite tower in the entire game. And yeah, so I always appreciate the buff to him, you know. And on the topic of summoners, our next I got it. Oh my, there we go. Our next balance change is for Slime King. Basically, from his level 3 now and onwards, the burn effect deals, and Incinerate, of course, deals way more damage, like an insane amount more damage. For reference, let me actually get the numbers here. Level 5 Incinerate used to be on for 8 seconds and deal 1 damage per second. Now, it's on for 16 seconds and deals 8 damage per second. This is just insane, and of course combine this with the buzzer ability, and it's just, wow, it is crazy broken, I'm not gonna lie. Not really broken, but he's way better than he was before. So, yeah, honestly, for a starter summoner, this is pretty insane. Our next balance change is for Tanuki Launcher. Again, it's a lot of words. If you want to see the specifics, you can look at this text on screen right now. But basically, just know that the summons for Tanuki Launcher have been buffed by a pretty good amount. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't know why they would buff Tanuki Launcher. It was pretty good already, but hey, you know, there's always the thing now. Something that is actually different though is that this will not be affected by the discount dog buff that he can now, you know, make you be able to place more than one summoner. So that will mean that you will only still be able to place one Tanuki Launcher, unfortunately. Next up, for Voka, has been buffed. She just basically got some rate increases. Again, if you want to see the specifics, look at the text on screen right now. And yeah, that's about it. So now Voka's also pretty meta as well. She's pretty good now. And yeah, so a lot of these like neutral towers have been like have been buffed to be like pretty decent, honestly. Like they're very viable now. Unfortunately, with possibly the most controversial balance change is the Scientist nerf. This has officially put Scientist into the ground. I mean, Scientist is still usable, of course, but it's just not it anymore, you know. Basically, let me get the specifics here. Basically, Scientist has been hit hard by inflation. As you can see, level 2 is now 2,500. Level 3 is now 4,500. Level 4, or I guess that's not how that works. You know what I mean. Now, the level 4 upgrade is 8,000 for one. And the damage has also been nerfed as well for Scientist. Which, of course, means that it just makes it a lot worse because Scientist's damage is based on pulse, by the way, in case you did not know that. Basically, it's how, like, even though it says 12 damage, if we were to put, like, a big alien or whatever here, right? Let's just, how slow is it? Okay, that's way too slow. If we were to get, like, a blotchy out here, right? Let's get some down here and then just wait a second. As you can see, it deals more than 12 because each pulse is dealing 12 damage. That's what the rate 0.1 is also trying to say. So this overall makes each pulse deal more damage, making the DPS go even lower than you would originally imagine, making it not that good anymore. Next up, we forgot a nerf surprisingly. I don't know why they would nerf Wafer. He wasn't that insane. If you want to see all the specifics, look at the text on screen. It's a lot of words. Basically, his rates fell, his damage has fallen, and now he's even less viable than he was before, which is very sad, honestly, to see, because he kind of needed a buff, really, to keep up with everything now. I think Scientist was probably one of the only deserved nerfs. That was crazy. Scientist was, oh my god, Scientist was really only one of, like, the more, like, deserved nerfs, really, I feel like, in this balance changes. But there's, of course, one more balance change for this, which is Stella. I know, Wendell Wayne. It is kind of a, like, buff, but not really. It's kind of a nerf. I don't know. It's, like, in between. Basically, for the drawings, the damage for all of them except Gem have been decreased by 10%. However, the actual mana to repaint the drawings has been lessened. So it's kind of a nerf, but it's kind of a buff. I don't know. Probably more of a nerf, honestly, for the damage decrease than the mana increase. Or sorry, than the mana decrease. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, so that is all the balance changes for this update. Really, honestly, game changing. I know it's like the point of balance changes, of course, but like, you know what I mean. Like, this completely flips basically everything that we know around, basically. So yeah, there's all the balance changes. And I would say thank you for watching, but there is actually one more thing for you to see. So in the fan art board, they have given you the ability to play every minigame if you have the sticker for it. So like, let's say that you won the Bloom Palette game originally, you can now replay it just like this. And watch this. I'm gonna do this first try. I've actually not tested this before. This is literally my first attempt since the Easter event where this was a thing. But I watch, I'm gonna win. So yeah, basically, you know, originally you could only use the FNAF one to replay it, and I'm forgetting one more, aren't I? I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, I think it's just a fishing minigame. But yeah. So originally you were only able to replay FNAF in the fishing one, which, I mean, the fishing one wasn't really like a game necessarily. But now you can also replay Little Chip Clicker. So hold on, let me actually just finish this just so I can. And there we are. Look at that. Easy. Look at that. And you can also do level 2, as you can see. By doing that, you can just click out of it if you want, you know. And then you can also do the little chip. Oh, I think I have to restart the. Oh, hold on, wait, I'll be right back. So if you want to change the game, you have to leave the server. But now if I click the little chip clicker, we can now see that I now can actually replay my beloved little chip clicker. This is probably this is really a great game, honestly. I mean, of course, you know, it works the exact same as it was before. And so yeah, that is actually all for this update. I know I say that as all as if it wasn't a lot, but that was a really good update, and I honestly, it was pretty good. I would rate a solid 8 out of 10, or maybe even 9 out of 10. It was really good. I liked it a lot. So oh, and in case you want to see all the enemies, there. And there's the boss, which yeah, these are all the bosses. So yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. And for now, but not for long, ladies and gentlemen, toodles.